All right, so you're all welcome to today's episode. Today is a very interesting conversation. I have my two buddies here with me in the studio. So I have my boy, my Christian brother. Brother, what's up?
Charlie, I did cool.
You did cool?
Yeah.
Everything fine?
Everything fine for this side.
And I have my girl here.
For starters, I'm a goodie, not a buddy. My name is Kira.
The Christian sisters here.
A goodie.
Yeah. I like the introduction. Yeah, goodie. That's very true. So, there's a conversation that I want us to have today. It's very important that we have this conversation because, Charlie, the dollar did depreciate, but actually we are not seeing an impact in the economy. You understand?
Yeah.
But ideally, I don't know what is wrong with blacks, actually. You see, if the dollar is appreciating, we always see a direct translation in the economy. But this time around, it's not really making sense to me. And I want us to have this conversation. So, what do you really think? That Charlie Ebeyana?
Well, personally, I feel black man is greedy. All right. Because if dollar goes up, you come back and tell me that, hey, pepper is now 2 Cedi for 1. You understand? Now, dollar is, Cedi is doing very well. You understand? Yes, as compared to the dollar. And then you are telling me that you don't use dollar to go and farm. Like, you get, you get it. Yeah. You get the whole concept. It just shows you how greedy the black man is. You understand? And then for me, you see how the normal local people are behaving. So I feel even if the government, the top guys are even doing the same thing, they don't have a point to accuse them of being greedy because they themselves are greedy. You get it? Now I feel yes,
the locals are greedy.
Yes. I feel now government is doing very well, trying to make the livelihood of people better.
Yeah.
And then here we are the lower
ground.
You understand? Ground level people, they are doing their best for us. Ground level people are refusing to accept the change that they are trying to make for the whole country. So Charlie, bibini inipao.
Bibini.
Well, for me, I think it's very sad for starters because it's sad to be an African. Yeah. I'm not even going to lie. I'm not remorseful about this at all because if you look at the trend, it's like we have this mentality that's always taking us back. Because as Felix rightfully said, like the government is doing its best.
Yeah.
But then why are we not seeing the impact of what they are doing? It's just because of us. Because it's like one person, you're trying to take one step forward, and then the people you are trying to help are actually taking 2 steps backwards. Like it doesn't make any sense at all. If you take, for instance, the arguments that the transport people are making that the food people haven't reduced their prices, so they are not going to adhere to the new policy. I think it doesn't make sense because first of all, government hasn't even asked the food vendors to reduce their price. I think it's going to take time. It's a step-by-step thing. But if we are trying to, like, everybody's trying to play the selfish game, media, I'm thinking about my own interest, then we are going to be at a standstill. And I don't think even in 5 years to come or even in 4 years when President Mahama leaves, we are going to see any direct, like, positive change or anything. Yeah.
But, okay.
I side with Kira on this because you can't tell me that food vendors are saying they wouldn't reduce their price, so you're also not going to reduce the price of the transport fares. Sure. Because the argument the food guys make is that fuel is high, transport is high, so that is why it is affecting the local commodities. You understand? Now fuel is very low. Reduce the price of transport fares so that it affects food.
Food too.
You are saying no, food should go down. How can you tell me the story? You get it? So those guys are just being selfish, wicked. You understand?
But don't you think there should be a system in place whereby we look at all these things? Because the government cannot tell you to reduce, and you, GPRTU, you tell us that, Charlie, we won't do it. Does it even make sense?
It doesn't make sense. So if that's the case, okay, if that's the argument, they don't want to do it, then I feel that when fuel prices go up, and then they come to government that, we want to increase the price, then government should also say no, we wouldn't do it. Because when it was my time for you to reduce the price, you said no. So same way.
But
you understand?
But my question to Kira is, who do you think should have the power to dictate to? I mean, because the government is the one in power and is telling you to reduce the prices, and you as a transport, company is saying that you reduce it. Do they have that power to actually give that?
I think, first of all, we have to understand that we live in a democratic state. So Ghana is a democratic state, and people have the right to actually express. But when it comes to sensitive matters of you want to see growth, I think that government has the power from my point of view, because the government is the one making the law for the people.
Very true.
So if government comes out with a policy and says, hey, you guys, look, this is what we are doing. It's for the betterment of everyone.
Everybody.
Then I think government also has to come out with a structure.
Yes.
Like to enforce the law, because if not, people will end up doing things they like. So, and they will be sorry, I get the right to wear blue when government is saying wear red. That's exactly what they are doing. And I don't think if government doesn't come out with that structure, that policy, that law enforcement, people will end up doing whatever they like.
Because currently I don't think there's any structure that says that
there's no price control in this country.
yes. Yeah.
If you take a look at rent, someone has like a 3x3 room, will be telling you that room, even without washroom in the room, 2,000 cedis, because he feels he's the one who built it. You understand?
Yeah.
And then no, it's so bad. Like the price control in this country is very bad that someone is selling this thing for like say 2 cedis, the next person will be selling for 5 cedis.
Even I have an example. Today I'm buying a laptop battery.
Yes.
You see, I came to you and your guy said 350, 400.
Yes.
I went to another guy, he says 450, 500, 550, 450.
So
The same battery.
Like
oh.
100 to this difference.
yes.
Yes.
Between the 100 and the 200 cedis difference, because you cannot even tell. Maybe if you had went to my guy, okay, and then he checked your laptop for you, it would have been 350 cedis.
Yeah.
But then because of your stubbornness, you just decided to stay in the house and then order from elsewhere. So now you
Because
see.
he thinks I work in the bank, he wants to take advantage.
No, people just take advantage of people. Once he feels you don't know the price, Shebi no be you go China.
Yeah.
Thank you. So he will decide on the amount he wants to give you. You get it, and then you even pay for additional delivery fee. The delivery fee too, because there's no price control. A rider can tell you it's 30 cedis. Someone else will tell you 70 cedis. Another person will tell you 120 cedis. Same place, same location, same fuel, same. Charlie.
Makes sense, oh. Even in Kumasi, I went to Kumasi. Me, I picked Uber.
Yes.
Uber price was 45 cedis.
Yes.
The Uber driver picked up and told me that, Charlie, baby, I'll connect at this hotel 80. I say, this one ain't not dropping.
So he is telling you
What
Uber says pay 45. He is telling you to pay 80 cedis.
Yeah.
Charlie,
Because of what?
I don't know. I just don't get it. Because I called like 3 drivers.
Yes.
3 different drivers. So this one said 80. Another person said 70. Another person too said, oh no, uncle, because it's too far. I was like, so you say you no go,
Yes.
but you accepted the right. We now you bargain the price, which is already on the app.
Because of what?
I'm gonna say, Uber the, and I'm say, until you use app near there. Or some sign to unko out there katano. And I'm say, hey.
No, you shouldn't even give them room for you to negotiate. Once the app is saying it's 40 cedis or 45 cedis, that's what I'm paying.
I was so surprised though.
No, that's what I'm paying. Well, let me not talk about the Kumasi people. We'll come back later.
That was the first time I experienced that. I was like,
Yeah,
it's an app.
Yeah.
It's not like I ordered only Uber. It was Uber, it was Bolt, and I also tried Yango. Yango, I didn't even get.
Yango in Kumasi.
I didn't even get. So it was Bolt that told me that it's 80. I called Uber, also 70.
Oh, wow.
I was like, how can there be a
Even the
price?
Uber is more of a gentleman than the Bolt.
Yeah.
So you see, we don't have any control system to control our prices.
It's not just prices, I think everything. The reason why we are known to be one of the most corrupt countries in the world is because of the same issue. Because no policy, no law enforcement, nothing of that sort. It's like, Obia sorry, no yet your pay. So no, zero control.
Obia drain the profit.
Obia drain the profit. Like everybody is selfish. Everybody is self-centered. The not about there. My brother is going to eat there. Many mebusia be. Ebusia cry no ne.
What has here?
There's no auntie, no uncle. People are self-centered in this country.
So it goes all the way up. So if he becomes a president, he looks for only him and his people.
Exactly.
That's how it starts. You understand? It starts from the grassroots. Then it comes, grows, assemblyman, MP, MCE, minister, presidency. That is how it starts. You understand? And then I feel there are policies in this country, but then the guys to enforce, you understand, those policies are sleeping.
Yeah.
They're actually in their offices enjoying AC, free car, free food. The person goes to work, reads newspaper, sits online, closes, and go back home. That is what basically I feel they do. Yes, and then I've had first-hand experience when I went to work in a certain ministry. All right, I was doing some kind of IT work for them, and then I realized that those guys there are actually not doing anything. They come in the morning, they go buy wachi, they sit down, watch movies, watch whatever they want to watch. At 2:30, they go and eat fufu at ministries. There's a place that's almost everybody eats fufu there.
Paid.
Yes. So they go and eat fufu.
They'll come back like
Quarter, 3:30, they're out of the office.
Look at that.
You understand? So that is how
The culture is.
yes. So how do they even call them? The public sector, right? That is how they behave.
And these are people on government's payroll.
Exactly.
These are people being paid at the end of every
nothing.
month for doing nothing.
And most of them have side businesses. Also.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like what they are doing, they have something on the side also.
So something that
Okay.
something that will profit the whole country, they don't give a fuck about it. It is actually their own personal business, their own personal gains that they are so much concerned about.
And do you know one interesting thing? Even going to get a police report, you have to tip someone.
Yeah, exactly.
Even the police people, they have to take
So the people supposed to enforce the law themselves,
They
have a
themselves.
problem. Like, I think Africa, we have a problem.
So now, where do you think the solution can come from? As you said, there should be a policy to put everyone in place.
The solution can come from the top.
Yeah.
Can come from the top, the executive.
The funny thing, you hear people say that, we need presidents like J.J. Rollins and stuff. Because in new. It's bad. Like,
Who deploy soldiers for be 17. Munkomokola. Obi on the price to be abona. Fast. Uboko no beka say, TV no 10 CDs. Munya TV. Yeah. So no, the executive must actually make sure that those policies, the rules, the laws, the bylaws, whatever it is, are really enforced. You understand? They have to put their foot down and make sure that if there's going to be a price reduction, there should be a price reduction, regardless of whatever the leaders or the heads of those organizations should say. It has to be enforced. If not, they give them an ultimatum. If you don't do it, when prices go up, don't come back to us. Just maintain the prices as it is. You get it? Yes, and then we will be all good.
I
think we can start from there.
Yeah.
I think we can start from there because if you do not do what you're supposed to do, then when you come back, we also not exactly. That's it.
I think it makes sense. So Charlie, this was a very good conversation with my people. As you already know, every time we come to you, we bring you solid conversation, something to think about. What I say, because Ghanaians say, Nyame akoso.
Mahama bon humode. Bibi ni pao.
So Charlie, do you have any last remarks to the people listening at home? What's any encouragement for them? Anything? I mean, is there hope at all?
There's hope. The only encouragement I have for the people is that they themselves should change their minds, because the problem is with us, it's not with anybody.
Yeah.
As simple as that.
What can you answer?
Felix has said it all, but all I have to say is, honestly, there is hope. Once there is God, there is hope. I mean, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go into the Bible. I won't take you there. But anyways, as he said, I think there needs to be a mindset shift. It starts from us. We, the grassroots, we say we want better. We voted the other party out because we were suffering. Now God has at least heard our prayers, brought somebody to transform things. Please, let's just try. I mean, I know sometimes everyone wants to be self-centered, but sometimes you need to think about the greater good of the people and yourselves.
Yeah. All right. So this is your boy KL, and I came to you with Felix
goodie.
and a goodie. And I know this was a very good conversation that you can relax, take some juice and popcorn and just enjoy the moment. What else? So Charlie, we are out. We'll come back to you with another conversation. Bye-bye.